It is time now for the Peter Chill New News Report on this Wednesday afternoon, July the 1st, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have 12 noon news headlines here in the top story at noontime on this 1st of July. On a Wednesday is President Obama today hailed the start of a new chapter of the United States. The U.S. and Cuba are opening embassies in their respective capitals later this month and formally reestablished diplomatic relations between the two countries for the first time. As the Republican field of presidential candidates continues to grow, the nominating contest now becomes more muddled as Scott Walker, the governor of Wisconsin, holds early lead over muddled Iowa field. The United States is undefeated in the 6 games of the Women's World Cup and considered a comfortable favorite to win the final on Sunday. Although arson is blamed for at least 3 fires over the past 2 weeks at several predominantly black churches in southern states, a blaze that destroyed Mount Zion African Methodist Episcopal Church in South Carolina was not deliberately set. In Cairo, militants affiliated with Islamic State besieged a town in Egypt's northern Sinai Peninsula on Wednesday and recorded an assault that turned into an area into a war zone, caught the Egyptian authorities by surprise and underscored there. Vienna, the UN nuclear agency, says Iran is partly meeting its commitments under a preliminary nuclear deal that set up the current talks in Austria on a final agreement. Joint effort by the Security Service, IDF, and police as uncovered cell working towards renewal of activity in the West Bank, partly financed by gold smuggled from Jordan. Military personnel, search and rescue teams confront the wreckage of a military transport plane which crashed through the building on Tuesday in Medan, Indonesia. In Dannemora, New York, a convicted murderer who broke out of prison and went on the run for more than 3 weeks before being shot and captured has been told police that he and a fellow escapee conducted a practice run for the night before their daring breakout. Want to take a picture inside the White House Blue Room? Well, it's now okay to pull out your cell phone or camera and take some photos, as the White House will have photos and social media on public tours. Marijuana enthusiasts gathered before midnight to celebrate the legalization of recreational use on marijuana in Portland, Oregon on Tuesday, as the president and the first lady decided to practice a new kind of security tactic when they ran in about 50 intruders on the White House staff lawn on Tuesday night. Washington, Democrat Hillary Clinton said on Wednesday that she raised more than $45 million in the first quarter of the U.S. presidential campaign. Swiss insurance giant Ace Limited will buy upmarket property insurer Chubb Corporation for $28.3 billion to get access to wealthy accounts will pay higher premiums at a time when fierce competition has cut deeply in industries. U.S. private employers have hired the most workers in the 6 months in June, and factory activity accelerated, providing fresh evidence in the economy was gathering solid momentum after its contract at the start of the year. Macy's is pulling Donald Trump brand merchandise from its stores after Republican presidential candidates' recent controversial remarks created a public uproar. The UK could be at risk for an asteroid tsunami if there are impacts in the North Sea or Atlantic Ocean, as a team of researchers from the University of Southampton has developed a tool that predicts where known asteroids might land on Earth. Comic actor Jim Carrey has not left over call for a tough new mandatory vaccination law that Dumb and Dumber star slime Governor Jerry Brown over mandatory child vaccinations bill. Whole grapefruit and orange juice were found to increase skin cancer risk by 36% in people who spend a lot of time in the sun or are successful at burning. 2 more cases of Ebola have been confirmed, and Liberia following the death of a teenager from the virus on Sunday. Officials said the country had been declared Ebola-free more than 7 weeks ago. Cuba is the first country in the world to eliminate mother-to-child HIV transmission to the World Health Organization adults. Alright, let's take a look at the stock market report here at 12:04. Dow closed 17,732.35, up 112.84. S&P 500 2075.14, up 12.03, and Nasdaq 5,013.34, up 26.67. European market stocks 11,180.50, up 235.53. FTSE 6608.59, up 87.61, and CAC 40, 4883.19, up 92.99. Asian markets here. Nikkei 2329.32, up 93.59. Shanghai 4053.70, down 223.52, and HSI 26250.03, up 283.05. Oil markets here. $57.64, down $1.83. Brent, $62.59, down 1. And natural gas, $2.783, down 49,000 points. Gold markets here, 11.69 down 2.60. Silver 15.61, up 29,000 points. And copper 2.6285, up 135,000 points. And the bonds here, US 10 unit 2.456%, up 71,000 points. German 10 unit 0.814%, down 9,000 points. And Germany's 10 unit 0.48%, up 3,000 points. FX bonds, European US dollar 1.1077, down 58,000 points. US dollar Japanese yen 128.7, up 5,800 points. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.5608, down 97,000 points. All right, looking at it, commodities and agriculture futures. Wheat, 588 and a quarter, down 34 and a half. Soybean, 1,022 and a quarter, down 15. Corn, 433 quarters, down 10 and a quarter. Sugar, 12.44, down 3 cents. Coffee, 128.95, down 3.45. Cotton, 67.14, down 77 cents. And ref fast, 10.22, up 5,000 points. And cocoa, 3,275, unchanged. Live cattle, 150.875, up 2.80 thousand points. Lion hog, 75.10, up 725,000 points. And FT cattle, 218.25, up 3.525. All right, let's take a look at New England into the alerts. There, nothing brewing in the New England alerts. So, Woman on Sports, where the Boston Red Sox have an afternoon matinee in Toronto against the Toronto Blue Jays. Game time, 1:07 p.m. as it is Canada Day across Canada. Anthony Davis verbally agreed to accept the New Orleans Pelicans 5-year, $1.45 billion extension on Tuesday night. Free agent guard Goran Dragic reached a 5-year, $90 million stay in Miami Heat up. And Mike Rivera staying with the Nashville Predators reached an agreement on a 2-year, $7 million deal with the team on Wednesday. Peter Channel News Time, 12:07 p.m. here on this Wednesday afternoon here, and it is time now for a travel report here. $95 on the northbound side, a little slow from the Pond Street and Norwood all the way up to the Route 120 in Canton here. Route 3 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Weymouth stretch man. Route 18 here. Route 6 on the westbound side, again. Accident here. Before the second bridge in Sandwich here, so expect some few delays around that area here. 146 on the northbound side, a little slow after. Route 99 in Lincoln around here. Jamestown and Newport bridges are looking good here. 120 on the northbound side. It is slow from Great Plain Avenue and Needham all the way out to Highland Avenue. Southeast Expressway to the southbound side. So the Bass Pike all the way out to Dorchester here. Mass Pike to the westbound side. So for the Ted Williams Tunnel here. Mass Pike on the eastbound side. It is slow before Route 128 in Weston here. Intersection of Route 3 south of Route 120 on the northbound side of Burlington out. A little slow. 93 on the northbound side. A little slow. Through launch between 495 and 213 here. 93 on the southbound side, slow before 293. 93 on the northbound side, slow for the Hoodster Toll Plaza here. 95 on the northbound side, also around Route 101 and Hampton Tolls here. And On the main turnpike, it's looking good from Kittery up in Augusta via Portland here, and main turnpike on the left-hand side, a little slow for the great before the great interchange here. And main turnpike at 295, also in Gunner, Maine here. All right, we're gonna take a look at the MBTA alerts here. All right, looking at MBTA alerts here. 7 line SL4 experiencing minor delays due to traffic on the Khmer Rail. Fitchburg line, train 414, 10:35 a.m. from Fitchburg delayed today, 15:25 minutes due to signal problems. Middleburg Lakeville, train 014, 11:10 a.m. from Middleburg Lakeville, currently delayed 10 to 20 minutes today due to mechanical problem. And on the ferries, it's looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 12:11 here on this Wednesday afternoon, July the 1st, 2015 here, and it is 10.5 weather report here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 12:11 p.m. Overcast with a few breaks of sun, 74 degrees with humidity 85%, wind speed set for about 8 miles an hour, barber 20 to 76 inches at a dew about 69 degrees, and visibility 10 miles an hour here. Alright, let's take a look at our current conditions around the region. 66 degrees at Boston, 65 in Beverly, 64 in Gloucester, 69 in Bedford, 66 in Lawrence, 68 out in Fitchburg and Worcester, 67 in Sturbridge and in Milford, 69 in Norwood, 70 in Taunton and New Bedford, 64 in Plymouth and Provincetown, 65 degrees in Chatham, 68 in Falmouth, 70 in Barford, 67 in Nantucket, it's 70 in Smithfield, 72 in Providence and Westerly and Blockdown, it's 76 in New York City, 75 in Islip, 73 in Montauk, it's 76 in Bridgeport, 74 in New Haven, it's 73 in Denbury and Waterbury, 76 in Meriden, 73 in Hartford, 72 in Woodlock, 69 in Springfield, it's 66 in Greenfield, 67 in Ethel, 66 in Pittsfield, 68 in North Adams, Massachusetts, it's 70 out in Albany, New York, it's 68 in Silver Springs, it's 68 in Bennington, 62 in Bradford, Vermont, 64 in Raleigh, Vermont, 66 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 66 in Keene, New Hampshire, 64 in Japan, New Hampshire, 63 in Luckport, New Hampshire, 64 in Concord, New Hampshire, 64 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 66 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 65 in Portland, New Hampshire, 61 in Portland, Maine, here. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation around the country in the noon hour. It shows a cold front for the four-quarter region here, and curving around Texas merged with a station front from Oklahoma, stretching down from Missouri, with low pressure from switching from Texas, southwest Missouri, and the Ohio Valley. And a cold front from Missouri merged with a station front from the Ohio Valley, and merged with a cold front from the Virginias all the way out to sea, with a warm front way out to sea, with a low pressure off the Virginian coastline here. And we got front away from Mexico, another front away down from Baja California, and another front away from north central and central portions of California, and a front away from southwest Nevada, down from southeastern portions of California, with a low pressure down from southeastern portions of California here. And you got high pressure centered in the Gulf of Mexico, Yellowstone Valley, up into the northern Great Lakes, and in the Canadian Maritimes here, it is 68 degrees out of Detroit, 65 in Pittsburgh, it's 76 in Washington, D.C., 74 in Atlanta and Georgia, it's 88 in Miami, Florida, it's 73 in Brownsville, Texas, it's 80 in Dallas, Texas, it's 78 in Kansas City, 74 in Omaha, Nebraska, 59 in Chicago, 61 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 67 in Great Falls, Montana, and in Seattle, Washington, 58 in San Francisco, 70 in Los Angeles, it's 93 in Las Vegas, 88 in Phoenix, Arizona, 76 in Albuquerque, it's 72 in Denver, and 8 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Alright, let's take a look at our satellite loop here. Looking at the radar situation here, so we had lots of showers and thunderstorms move through the region here this morning here. Spawned a tornado warning down in southwest of Barnstable County in Massachusetts. And looking at the last of the leftover morning showers and thunderstorms, it's stretching off the Cape Cod coastline and off Nantucket here. So if you are on a boat, try to find a way to stay safe and move towards the coast because these are showers and thunderstorms here. And meanwhile, we got some few showers and storms northeast and southeastern Nantucket. A lot of rain showers east of Hartford, with some thunderstorms east of Hartford, stretching out to east of A for east of Taunton and Stafford, Connecticut here, and some spotty rain showers east of Springfield. And zoom it out, and it shows some lines of showers and thunderstorms along I-87 north of Albany, stretch up to the Silver Springs and then up in the upstate New York, and a lot of showers and storms around western and central Vermont, and then up in New Hampshire and up in Maine here. Western and north central portions of Maine here. Spotty showers and thunderstorms from central and west central portions of New York State, stretching down the northwest and central portions of Pennsylvania here. And a lot of showers and storms on eastern and western portions of Quebec and then the northeastern portions of Ontario here. And spotty rain showers off the southwestern tip of Nova Scotia here. And spotty rain showers and storms central portions of Florida around the Tampa area. And some spotty rain showers off the Florida Gulf Coast off the tip of St. Petersburg area here. And a lot of rain showers and storms from western portions of Kentucky and Tennessee, stretching out of northeastern Arkansas, up to Missouri, down to east central portions of Kansas, down for western portions of Iowa, down for southern portions of Minnesota here. And a lot of rain showers in western portions of Ontario, down for east central portions of Manitoba here. And a lot of rain showers in western central portions of Wyoming, down for northwestern portions of Colorado, and a spotty rain showers around southern California, down for the northern portions of Mexico, and a lot of showers and storms around the Texas Gulf Coast and the northeastern portion of Mexico. Some spotty rain showers off Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama Gulf Coast there. And a lot of rain showers on the north central portions of Montana, over the central and southern portions of Alberta, and for western portions of Saskatchewan. Some showers and thunderstorms in the area here. And we'll zoom out to the satellite loop. And a lot of rain showers in the central portions of Alaska here. Looking at the satellite loop, and it shows line of clouds coming to much of northern New England and up into Quebec and in eastern Ontario here, and searching out for Canadian Maritimes here. Line of clouds off the eastern seaboard around the Canadian Maritimes here. Line of clouds coming to much of the mid-south region around the western Ohio Valley, and down for southern Missouri, down for northern Arkansas here. And line of clouds from northern Florida and then hugging the Gulf Coast around. Line of clouds around southeastern Texas and off the northeastern Mexican coastline here. And line of clouds patchy clouds around eastern Utah, down for southern Colorado here, and northeastern Arizona, northwestern New Mexico, and line of clouds from southern Arizona all the way up in California, down for western Nevada, and line of clouds from Alberta down up to the western and central portions of Saskatchewan and north central portions of Montana, and line of clouds from Iowa down for Minnesota, down for western Wisconsin, and a line of clouds from west central portions of Ontario here. All right. Nothing is brewing in the tropics here. As we move on to the Taking a look at forecast discussion around the region here. Our frontal system will bring showers and a chance for strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon as the front stalls near the south coast of Thursday. Before moving offshore Thursday night. Aside from a spot shower possible Saturday, mainly dry and seasonal weather expected in early next week. And 10:45 update near-term forecast. Last of the showers and thunderstorms associated with a mid-level shortwave and large-scale lift moving across the Cape Islands and will exit offshore after 11 a.m. Warm front as being located along the Connecticut coast and will be lifted north across the region this afternoon. The big this afternoon be potential for additional showers and thunderstorms ahead of a approaching cold front. Satellite loop shows clear shot along the southern outside Moody's and there are breaks in the clouds developing across New Jersey and southeast New York. Cross section showing up drying too. So we can expect at least partial sunshine develop this after the bottle through July day, said it's really with SB Capes 1,500 JKG and SBC. BC analyst shows SB Cape 500 1,000 JKG across Connecticut and southeast New York as mid-level lapse rates are decent up to 6.5 kilometers. So we do expect scatter shots and thunderstorms to be developed in western New England this afternoon. Movies. The BFR driving in the calmest parts in Cadrup, which is a negative factor, but there's still sufficient moisture and instability for scatter convection per the high resolution models. But best deep layer share will be moving in the east, but still 35 to 40 knots, which is plenty for organized convection and the potential for severe weather. Low level shear is decreasing, so main frontline storms would be damaging wind and hail, mainly in the interior. Highs will be mostly in the mid to upper 70s with lower 80s in the Connecticut Valley and expect highs up in the 70s also from Vermont and New Hampshire, and in the 60s from eastern New Hampshire up to Maine here. And we got hazardous weather outlook here. Day 1 today tonight. A few strongly severe thunderstorms are possible, particularly late morning for the afternoon. The main threats will be damaging wind gusts and hail, although an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. In addition, heavy rain fall may result in localized from the day 2 for 7, Thursday for Tuesday. No hazard weather expected at this time here. Alright, 7-day forecast will go like this. For the rest of the afternoon, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most skies how about 79 degrees. Southwest with about 11 to 13 miles on anticipation. 20%. Tonight, patch back after 11 p.m. Otherwise, podcast sky with a low around 60 degrees. Southwest with about 5 to 7 miles per coming in the evening here. For Thursday, Saturday podcast skies about 81 to about 59 degrees. West wind 3 to 7 miles per shifting light variable. On Thursday night, Friday, both Saturday podcast skies about 80 to about 57 degrees. North with about 5 miles per coming in the morning here. Independence Day on Saturday, mostly steady the podcast skies around 79 to about 59 degrees. Sunday, both steady podcast skies about 83 to about 61 degrees. Monday, both steady podcast skies about 82 to about 61 degrees. And for Tuesday, both steady skies about 80 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day. A few slight shower and thunderstorm chances this afternoon. Keep your eye on sky for storms. And this is Peters. You have a good afternoon with a good positive. I'll see you for a 5 o'clock evening report. Have a good afternoon here.